amazing. Tingana very clearly. Oh, here come hyenas, here come hyenas. Tingana's up the tree, Shadow's racing away. That was... No wonder he was so on the move, that's why. They've been busy chased by hyenas. Let me move across for Sean. Amazing! There goes There goes Shadow racing off, being chased by the hyena. Tingana's up in the tree. Here comes another hyena racing along. Unbelievable. These days have just been absolutely phenomenal. Where's Shadow? There she goes. She's coming back this way now. Oh, and she's up in the tree. And there she is, safe and sound. Poor Shadow. She has not had a very good last 2 days between the wild dogs and the hyenas. And once again we found ourselves in a familiar position, just like the end of the Sunset Safari, with 2 leopards in a tree. Chased up by, in this case, 3 hyenas. No wonder they were so constantly on the move. Awesome. And that was an incredible ascent. Well done, Brian. Tingana bounced his way up. Looking back behind her. They're bullying her today. Shame, Shadow. It hasn't been a good few days for you, has it? Looking back anxiously, she doesn't have a big tree to get into except the one that Tingana's in, and he's not budging. Okay, she's gonna wait there. Let's see what's gonna happen. So they're doing this for entertainment, Laura. They're smart, they're curious, and they're bored. And it's nice and cool this morning. Now, are they going to realize they're walking straight past a leopard? Shadow's not sticking around to find out. Oh, there it goes. Hyena tail up and excited, and Shadow disappearing off. She won't be gone for long. She'll be up the next tree, and the hyenas will lose interest, and she'll come back for Tingana. Absolutely incredible. What a sighting. Those of you who are better placed to identify these hyenas, if you could let me know which ones you think they are, I'd love to hear about it. It's been ages since I saw our Hyena Clan properly. Having a good sniff up the tree. Sorry, buddy. Tingana's just a little bit out of reach, and he knows it. Look at that expression on his face. Positively smug. This is not Tingana's first rodeo. There's some amazing predator interaction. Hyenas are, depending on whether it's a female or a male leopard, generally hyenas are stronger and more robust than a leopard. Excuse me. And have the advantage of numbers. Leopards as solitary creatures would much prefer to avoid the conflict. But it's not uncommon to see them right next to each other, lying up maybe a couple of meters away, like we saw yesterday on the Sunset Safari. It's all in the body language and the intent of the animal. These young hyenas clearly showing that they want to harass the leopards, and the leopard's not keen to give them that opportunity. I will say it's been a particularly bad few hours for Shadow, between the wild dogs and the hyenas. And Sandy, no, Tingana would not warn Shadow one little bit if the hyenas came by, or the wild dogs, unless of course she was watching his body language carefully, in which case she might pick up cues from him. Tingana is interested in one thing and one thing only, in terms of priorities, and that is his own survival and well-being. So as much as we'd like to think that there is some altruistic and protective instinct to him, there absolutely is not. He will be the first to take the best position up the tree, as we saw yesterday. Well, we say best position, he was thoroughly uncomfortable yesterday, but he wanted to make sure that nobody else got the kill. And he will be the first out of the way as soon as the hyenas come a-calling, or wild dogs, or whatever it happens to be. whilst he bears Shadow no ill will, nor Karula, nor any of the others, he also is not going to put himself out or risk his life to try and protect them. And Andrew, Shadow will wait for as long as it takes for her man to come down. Unlike Tingana, she is very interested in regaining his attentions, and she'll wait, and she'll wait, and she'll wait, and she'll wait, and he can't escape her forever. At some point he's got to come down the tree. Our trio of troublemakers slowly making their way along the boundary between Arathusa and Djuma. I'm on Chris Rogue's page. I think a very thorough check of the hyena dens at some point soon is definitely in order, because I think our hyena clan is back in town. All the signs point that way. We had the beautiful whooping sounds over the last few evenings, something that has been largely absent from our lives in the last few months. And look at this, don't they just look like trouble? Doesn't that image just say naughty? The way they're wandering along. They've had a good evening, probably got to scoff up the last bits of poor Karula's impala kill. And now the three, we need a name for them, this little trio. Definitely a trio of mischief. Wait for me, guys. Awesome. So Bela, for those of you who are new to our hyena clan, oh goodness gracious, that was a bit loud, sorry about that. Let's catch up with them a little bit before they disappear completely, although this is an awesome image. So Bela, as the son of the matriarch, is in an interesting position. For new viewers, hyena are probably the only truly matriarchal society in terms of all mammals in at least South Africa. The females are larger, more dominant, they've got higher levels of testosterone, and even the lowest ranking female in a hyena clan is higher than the male. But the son of the matriarch has an interesting position because he's inherited something of her status, and they very often stick around and become a crucial part. Look at that, isn't that cool? 1, 2, 3. Just trundling along, seeing what else we can get into. The three amigos. Like that. You know what they look like? They look like wannabe teenage hoodlums. All encouraged by each other, you know what I mean? That sort of boisterous behavior brought on by social company and pressure. Oh, off onto Arathusa. Brave decision. I hear the clan of Elephant Plains, the enormous hyena clan, is currently on a giraffe kill just outside of our boundary. Let's go catch up with them. This is cool. And they're about to cross, so we'll try and stick with them for now. Our trio of troublemakers, or the three amigos, or however you want to refer to them as, have just come through to the Triple M latrine, one that we're very familiar with, and one that I think demarcates the boundary between the two different clans of this area. So what I mean by that is a latrine. It's basically like one giant hyena toilet. But it serves a more important purpose than that. It's kind of like hyena Facebook as well. They deposit their scat there, and they also were doing some regular anal pasting, which is something that sets hyenas apart from our other big carnivores. Now they're moving into a very thick area, so we won't be able to follow them here. But it is interesting just to see the role that sub-adults play in terms of marking their territory, because a latrine is a very, very important marker in terms of hyena clan life. Here comes Shanae. There you go, that's the latrine. Markings around there. Oh, flowers! Spring is here. How lovely. It's a little bit of a contrast there, isn't it?